from here? Take me home, cause I wanna feel like I belong. They relate to all this pain in my past, so they listen to my song. So let's go back to where it began and where it all started from. Take this chance, one last dance, cause I've been waiting way too long. Take my hand, I wanna show you something. Promise I've been dying to see ya. They say the grass ain't always greener. I guess what they're saying is true. In my dreams, that's where I seen her. Take my heart and take all of me, girl. Let me show you what I wanna do. I wanna spend the rest of my life with you. Are you listening, darling? Look where we started. Breaking in half, left us broken hearted. So where do we go from here? Are you listening, darling? Look where we started. Breaking in half, left us broken hearted. So where do we go from here? Where do we go from here? Yeah, where do we go from here? Are you listening, darling? Are you listening, darling? Are you listening, darling? Look where we started. Breaking in half, left us broken hearted. So where do we go from here?
Hello and welcome back, everybody, to another live stream. Of course, my name is AJ, one of the mentors here, and today, as always, we will run through the Bitcoin technical analysis. We will take a look at what is currently going on, what I'm currently doing, what I'm planning for, what I'm looking for, of course, and of course those next trades that I am interested in taking as well. So if that does all sound interesting, please do smash that thumbs up button. It really helps me out, helps the channel out, and I can continue to bring this content to you. And if you are new, please do subscribe and turn that bell notification on. But enough of that. Let's jump into the charts and let's take a look at what is going on. Right. So let's just very briefly run through everything. Right. We will go through. Oh, you might have to give me 2 seconds. I think we are back. Right. Sorry, I just had to switch Wi-Fi's because I have been having some issues with my Wi-Fi. But I've been fiddling it yesterday and today. Should be all good now. So going briefly over, of course, where we are. Right, still very much in the bearish market structure. Why? Because we still haven't got above 70k. We front run 70k. Okay. We rejected perfectly from $69,500. Okay, where of course we have been in this been in this uptrend, which is of course has taken us up to $69,500. And of course, we would love to see this continue. Okay, to of course look for $70,000 again. Like I said, if we get above $7, we're breaking that bearish structure. Okay, breaking that bearish structure gives us more of a reason, more of an opportunity to get up to a close to all-time high or even all-time high, right? But up until we do that, okay, we still have that possibility of course price coming down and forming a new low. Probabilities are lower, okay, at this moment in time, because it's looking like we could break $70,000. But what we have to remember, it's still on the table. Okay, yes, maybe it's on the edge of the table and it's about to roll off the table, okay, but it's still on the table, okay? So we just have to, remind ourselves of that, okay? And, the only scenario that's going to take us there, of course, is losing the bullish structure, right? We've worked so hard, okay? Or I say the markets have worked so hard okay, to hold this bullish structure to get up to close to 70k. And losing this bullish structure for me would be very bearish, and we would be looking for sub 50k. But as long as we can hold this, right, as long as we can hold this, I'm pretty happy to look for higher prices. Okay. And I'll be looking to, of course, trade this, right? Of course, we were looking for the long trade here. Okay, of course, we were looking for the long trade down there as well. Again, I would be looking on another higher low, right? I would be looking for a long trade. Okay, I would be looking for a long trade. So, where we are now, we have rejected from $69,500. Is it a random level? Absolutely not. Okay, we rejected perfectly from this naked point of control at $69,500. For me, this wasn't a level to short. I was more interested in shorting from 70k. The reason why I wasn't interested in shorting from here is because the confluence, in my opinion, just wasn't really there. The confluence and the strength of the confluence as well for me just wasn't really there. But of course, there's going to be these times where I'm interested. I'm aware of a level, but I'm not really interested in a level. Okay, and we can get a reaction off of that level, right? We've seen it. We saw it back here somewhere. I can't remember where, but we saw it was here. Okay, we saw an example of it here. So it wasn't this naked. Was it? Yeah. I can't remember if it was this naked point of control. There might have been another naked point of control. But we came down, we bounced off of it, okay, and then we came back down, took it out, and then of course we've seen this move up now, right? So this could be possibly a similar scenario, okay, where we've come and tapped the naked point of control that I was aware of but not interested in. Okay, then we could see price actually come back up. Right, to take out the ones that I am interested in, of course, taking out $70,000 as well, that huge psychological level, and also taking out the liquidity there as well. And then, of course, maybe we see the pullback from there. Okay, and just because I'm looking for a short trade here, just because I'm looking for a bit of a pullback, I just want to highlight it. Does not mean that I'm bearish. Okay, does not mean I'm bearish. I'm a trader in these markets, right? Yes, okay, I do have my HODL portfolios. I have my long-term HODL portfolios. But, for those, I'm thinking 5 to 10 years, 10 years in the future. Okay, but here, right, this is just short time frame trades. Okay, short period trades. Maybe these trades are open for a week. Okay, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Maybe a month at max. Right. So these are just smaller trades. Okay, this is again my day job, right? Trading. Okay, so again, just because I'm looking for a short trade does not mean that I'm incredibly bearish on the whole market and I'm looking for a bear market. Okay, because I understand that a lot of people just think that just because I've taken a short trade, I'm a perma bear on this market and I am looking for a bear market to start. Okay, that's not what it is, right? I'm literally just looking to take advantage of a small, a possible small pullback, right? Exactly like this short trade here, and exactly like this short trade here, right? I entered into those short trades. Was I extremely bearish? No. Okay, I was just looking for a bit of a pullback. So yeah. Looking towards 70k, that's kind of where I would prefer to see that short trade. In all honesty, because where we are now, I spoke to the team about it this morning. I walked through with the team this morning about it. It was, okay, we've got lots of long trades that have opened up here. Yes, right. So there is a reason for a pullback, right? I'm not against a short trade from up here. If you took a short trade from $69,500, really not against it. Okay, I think. There is an argument for a good trade up there, in my opinion. Again, and how I like to, how I like to take my trades. It's not a preferred level that I would like to trade. Okay, but I know that there are arguments for a trade up there. Okay, and if you did take a short trade up there, you would be in some nice profits. Okay, but yeah, like I said, I'm looking for just a little bit higher. 70k, I think that's where for me the best trade would be. Okay, the best trade would be lying. But yeah, of course we've seen the pullback from here, and I mean we could see a bit of a bigger pullback. Okay, we could see a bit of a bigger pullback because, like I said, we've had lots of long trades that have opened up here. Okay, so there is a reason for price to pull back, i.e., that long squeeze, right? There is a reason for price to pull back. Okay, there is, this is, the difficulty that we face right now. There is a bit of a reason for price to rise as well, because we have actually seen a lot of short trades open up. So taking a look at the order flow, let's give it a bit of a refresh. You can see that we've got 6.3 million here, 29 million here, 18 million here. So we've got a lot of shorts that did actually open up here. So what I was telling the team this morning is, okay, right, if price does rise, there is actually a reason for price to rise a little bit higher. Okay, and possibly take out $69,500, which of course, right, that kind of like short squeeze, could just tick price above 70k, right? Taking price into those naked points of control, right, where of course we get the resistance, then we maybe see lots of breakout traders, opening up long trades for them price to of course pull back, and then we get of course a long squeeze back down. Okay, so that's something, again, I was saying this morning, right, we're a little bit on the fence here, right, just a little bit on the fence with where price can go. And that's another big reason why, I wouldn't really be looking for a short trade anywhere here, okay, just because, price is on the fence, right? When I look for trades, I like to look for, one very clear, very obvious direction that price can go. Okay, very clear, very obvious direction price can go. Right, if we're a bit on the fence on on where price is going, I'm not interested in a trade. Again, looking for the highest probability trade setups, right? That's when you want to look for, when there's kind of only one direction price can go. Now, of course, that's not the case. Price can go wherever it wants, right? We can see some big news event come out and everybody gets incredibly bullish, starts longing, right? We in turn we know how that ends, okay? But that could cause a bit of a pump in the short term, right? In the extreme short term, right? So of course, price can go in any direction, but on a probabilities basis, okay, and of course, if the market, doesn't get this type of, kind of black swan event or big news event, right? We're looking for, of course, price to go in one direction, i.e., right? Let's say, let's just look at a previous trade, for example, right? I think it was, this was a really good example back here where we saw it was like over 80 million in one candle, okay, in this high candle here. 80 million long trades opened up at the high. Price then started to pull back here. For me, in that scenario, there is only one way price can go, and that is down. Of course, we had lots of long trades opening up here because this was actually a really good rise. That was a good rise. We got a bit of a long squeeze down for then another good rise. Okay, for then this much bigger long squeeze down, right? And like I said, we had over 80 million long trades open up at the high. So, in my opinion, and experience, okay, as price started to pull back, for me, there was only one direction for price to go, and that was down, okay, because there was just a huge amount of long trades that opened up, right? So it was just that, again, domino effect of price just falling into long trades who you're forced to cover, into more long trades who are forced to cover, and that domino effect, right, that I talk about all of the time, right? So that's when I prefer to look for the trades, right, when there's only kind of direction price can go. Another amazing example is of course the long trades, right? The previous long trades that we took from all of these three lows here. Okay, there was kind of only one direction for price to go. Why? Because we'd seen all of the long trades that had opened up, right? All of the long trades that have opened up just get absolutely wrecked on the move down, right? All of these long trades wrecked on the move down. All of these long trades wrecked on the move down. Okay, to the point where there were no more long trades to wreck. Okay, there was just no more long trades to wreck. There was no more long trades to come in to then, of course, wreck those long trades. Okay, price just ran out of downside momentum. Okay, because there was nothing left in the market, absolutely nothing left. And that is another trade that I like to take, because there's only one way price can go from there. On a probabilities basis. Of course, if some big black swan event happens, yes, okay, price can continue lower, okay, but if nothing were to happen, there is kind of only one direction, and there was only one direction for price to go in, okay, and that was, of course, up, right? Because if there's no more sales that can come into the market, there's only one way, one direction price is going. It's going up, okay. Of course, right? Maybe we have a bit of consolidation, but the majority of the time, price only goes in the one direction, which of course is up, and it works in the opposite way as well, right? If say this move up was caused by shorts getting stopped out, it wasn't, but let's say it was, okay, and we run out of shorts to stop out, okay, then it offers an amazing opportunity to enter into a short, okay, because there's only one direction price is going to go, it's down, okay, so it works, of course, both ways. So yeah, for me, where we are now as well, I'm not really interested in shorting here, okay, even though I do understand, okay, yes, there is a bit of a reason for price to pull back, but at the same time, like I said, there's a reason for price to rise here as well. So it's a little bit, I'm a little bit on the fence, right? I'd rather wait for a higher probability level, in my opinion. So yeah, it's just patience now, patience, waiting, okay. Again, I only look for trades when there is kind of only one direction that we can go in. Okay, that's where it's just how I personally prefer to take my trades, because I've done this for many years now, and it's what I've found works, right? It's just what I found works. Of course, I can only share what I think works. Okay, what I know that works for me. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm looking for, right? So 70K, right? This would be the short, right? This would be the short from up here. Of course, we need to see everything aligning, right? If we don't see everything aligning, then I'm not really too interested in it. But if we saw everything aligning, I would like to look for the short trade there. So, of course, I want to see lots more long trades open up coming into that level, right? Of course, rejecting from those naked points of control, forming a failed auction, swing failure pattern of that 70K major pivotal high, with, of course, the liquidity we have there as well. Trapping lots of long trades up here. For me, there is only one direction price can go in that scenario, and that is, of course, down, right? Okay, right, yes, it's not 100% guaranteed for price to go down, but on a probabilities basis, there's only one way price is going to go, and that is looking down, right? So yeah, that's kind of what I look for, let's say the bullish, the bearish case scenario, because of course we're looking for a rise for then a pullback. Now, does this mean that I'm looking for a big pullback like this? Absolutely not, right? Remember, we're in bullish structure. I know this, okay? So it would be more of a bit of a move up, bit of a move down for, of course, then another move up. That's kind of what I would like to see, okay? The reason why I would like to see this is because this is easy to trade. This is super easy to trade. Remember these trades that we took, right? These short trades that we took here, okay? These long trades that we took here, okay? These were all super easy trades. Why were they super easy trades? Because we were in, of course, that bearish market structure. It was very easy to read, okay? And it's the same principle here, right? We're in this bullish market structure. So if we just remain in this bullish market structure, this is just very easy price action, okay? Very easy price action to kind of predict, right? So as long as we remain in that, I'm really happy to look for this, okay? Really happy to, and I'm really happy to trade this as well. So yeah, that's kind of the bullish to bearish case scenario, but we could get the bearish to bullish case, right? Maybe this is the local high. We get a bit of a pullback, okay, for then possibly a long trade down here, again, if everything is aligning, okay, for then price to come up and then finally take out 70K, right? This could be a front run of 70K. All of these long trades get wrecked, okay, on this move down, on the anticipation of 70K, right? Because we do this sometimes. We do front run levels. And then, of course, we wreck all of those. We then get the long trade from down here to then finally go up to 70K, right? That's another possibility. And I do like, actually, this naked point of control at $62,280. This is a weekly naked point of control. Okay, so this is a weekly naked point of control from, yeah, so... Yeah, so of course, the start of this month, right? That's when it's from. We left it, of course, at 62,280, and for me, is actually a really, really important naked point of control. Reason being is because it lines up really nicely with this GP786, and I've explained this before. I like to pull. Of course, you can pull a GP786 from like a true low to recent high, but when we're looking at bullish structure like this, okay, of course we're looking for a higher low, right? A higher low. So I would pull it from the recent higher low, okay, so of course this one here at 58,821, okay, to of course that recent high, right? So if price is going to pull back from where we are now, we come into like 62,280, okay, into that GP 786 area, then this level for me is of course an interesting level. Okay, I'd be looking for price to bounce off of this level. Now, of course, I need to look for a little bit more confluence. Coming over to the order flow, I need to see some nice absorption coming into that level, right? So I want to see price, of course, holding that bullish structure with the higher low, but I want to see, right, on the CVD, I want to see the CVD coming below this previous low here, which is at minus 454 approximately, 454 million. So I want to see the delta, right, back below minus 454 approximately. Reason being, okay, why do I want to see that? Well, because that tells me that on this pullback, there will be more aggressive selling coming into the market, whether that be shorts, whether that be longs getting stopped out, okay, whatever it may be, sells into the market, right? There will be more market sells into the, there will be more market sells, okay, coming into the market in this possible pullback here, okay, than there was in this pullback here. However, like I said, I want to see price holding that bullish structure. If we see price holding that bullish structure, then it tells us that price is actually looking pretty bullish because we're seeing more sells coming to the market on this pullback, but we're holding the bullish structure than back here when we were actually at a lower price, telling us there is a big, or a series of big buy limit orders here that are absorbing all of those sells, right? Because, if we see more sells coming into the market here, right, you would than here, okay, you would be expecting price to come to where it went previously and actually below it as well, because again, there's more sells coming into the market, right? But if you do not see that, then there is a big hint there that there is a big player or big players absorbing all of those sells. Because of course, if price is holding a bullish structure, but there's more sells coming in here than there was here, where have all those sells gone? Okay, well, those sells, of course, have been bought up with a buy limit order. Okay, and of course, absorbing those sells, right, is holding price up. Right, and then once all of the sells have been absorbed, price can then go off to the races, right? Reverse in of course, the opposite direction. So that's what I'd be looking for there. Okay, if we were to see that, I'd be very interested in that long trade, right? For example, here, right, we had a naked point of control. It was a daily naked point of control. Can't remember the exact level. I've deleted it off the chart now because it's now a tapped naked point of control. But we had a naked point of control there. Sorry, daily naked point of control. We have GP 786, and of course, if we take a look at the order flow, we had. Can we see it actually? Because no, we can't. That's frustrating. But yeah, we did have, you just have to take my word for it. You can't see it because it gives you so much information in a small space. So you can't see that far back on Exo charts, but okay, you have to take my word for it. We were seeing absorption back in this area. So we were seeing the CVD making, of course, lower lows whilst price action was holding that bullish structure. Okay, exactly like we actually saw here. Right, exactly like we saw here. Price holding that bullish structure, CVD, of course, ticking towards the downside, telling us that there are more sells happening here than there were back here. However, price is holding that bullish structure. Okay, so that's what we saw there. And of course, what have we done since then? Right, we've gone off to the races. Okay, so we're looking for a similar trade to that. right, of the exact same trade as that, right? Just with a weekly naked point of control rather than a daily naked point of control. So that's kind of what I'm looking for the bearish to bullish case, right? And it goes, it's the same for the bullish to bearish case, right? Bullish up to 70k to the bearish case is still bullish case, right? If, of course, we do get the long trade from down there, because we can still look for that long trade. Even if we go up, get the short trade to come back down, we can still look for the long trade there, right? We can still look for that long trade. Let's say, right, of course, previous low, higher low, right, up to, let's just call the high at wherever this is here. Where is this? I can't actually see. Scroll this down. So yeah, let's say $71,855 approximately, okay, is the highest put in, right? Again, this is not what I'm targeting. This is just an example, right? Still, GP 786 is coming in confluence with that naked point of control at 62,280. So that is still a level of interest, even if we do come up and take out $71,000. Okay, come up to $71,800, then get the pullback from there. That is still a level of interest, as long as we are, of course, seeing that absorption. Okay, then of course, still very interested in taking that long trade. So that's kind of my plan at this moment in time, right? That is kind of my plan, and I'm just remaining patient for that, because I know that those are the highest probability trades. Okay, in my opinion, those are the highest probability trades. So I am going to remain patient and of course look for those highest probability trades, because again, on a probabilities basis, if you take in the higher probability trades, okay, you are going to come out on the better end of the trade, the majority of the time, if you are, of course, taking the higher probability trade setups, right? Again, this is just what works for me. Right, this is what works for me. I can only share with you guys what works for me. Okay, and yeah, of course, I hope you guys do get some value from it. But that's my plan. Okay, I do have to wait a little bit more patient, which is frustrating at times. Okay, but it's fine, right? I understand that it is going to come. Of course, we had this long trade from here. I spoke about this long trade, right? I spoke about this long trade here on YouTube, here on Twitter, wherever you're watching from. I spoke about this to the team, of course, in the daily market updates. Okay, in the daily market updates, I spoke to the team about this as well. Okay, this long trade here. Unfortunately, I didn't get the long trade because we saw the long trade at 1 o'clock in the morning here in the UK, right? But I spoke about this. It was planned, right? I was saying this is what I'm looking for, a long trade off of this, right? It was all shared here publicly and all shared privately as well in the Discord. Same with this one as well. We had the same scenario where it showed itself to us at 1 o'clock in the morning, which is a bit frustrating. But again, this was shared publicly, right? Exactly like I've just shared these two possible trades here as well. Okay, these two possible trades, wherever they're from, this one here, and of course this one from there. Okay, those two trades, like I've just shared them, I did the exact same thing with that long trade, which of course played out really nicely, and this long trade here. Just because I didn't take them, okay, doesn't mean I wasn't aware of them. Okay, and I didn't plan for them, right? Of course, as well, we had the short trades from here, these two short trades planned, okay, in these live streams, okay, shared of course privately in the Visionary Discord, scrolling up to here, just took the short trade, right? All of this is I'm sharing the plans, right? I'm sharing the plans, I'm sharing the profits that I'm making as well, just being very, very transparent with you. Okay, we also tried to short this here. Okay, it started to go in our favor. We started to see what we wanted to see. Okay, but then price just wanted to go a little bit higher, so I did take a loss there as well. Yeah, I did take a loss on that one there. But yeah, everything I'm sharing publicly, right? Just like I just shared those two next trades that I'm looking for. Okay, of course, just because I share them does not mean I'm going to take them. We may come up here. Okay, we may not actually see what we want to see here. Okay, we may not form trapped traders up there. We may break above this level, okay, and we may move higher. I'm not interested in shorting that. Absolutely not, because that's incredibly bullish, right? I'm only looking, okay, for when price shows me signs of weakness, okay, for a short trade, or signs of strength for a long trade, right? So if we're coming up here, okay, and we're showing actually signs of strength where we're still seeing long trades coming in as we're breaking out, as we're breaking above the naked points of control. For me, that is actually a sign of strength, right? It's not a sign of weakness. Okay. What I want to see for the short trade is, of course, long trades opening up, but rejecting from those naked points of control. That's still not a short trade for me. Okay. It's to pull back a little bit more. Okay. Trapping traders. Okay. And then, of course, just before we see that domino effect, that's when I want to get in and take advantage of the pullback. Okay. So it's not, okay, I'm shorting at this level. Okay. If you're an aggressive trader, you can short at the level. But again, it doesn't mean set, I would never ever set a limit short up there. Okay. It's always, I'm looking at the order flow, looking for those trap traders. If I'm looking for trap traders, it depends what I'm looking for, of course. Am I looking for a huge portion of the market to be wrecked? Am I looking for absorption? Whatever it may be. Okay, I've got to look at the order flow. I've got to analyze the order flow at the level before I even consider taking the trade. Okay, because like I said, we may see longs opening up, and we may see longs actually continue to open up as we break above these levels. Of course, that's not a long trade for me. I don't long on the way up or short on the way down, right? I long on the way down and short on the way up. Okay, right? It's retail trading. If you're longing on the way up, you're retail FOMO trading. Okay, I don't care what setups you're looking at, right? You're retail FOMO trading, right? Okay, if you're entering into a long on a pullback on an uptrend, right? That's okay, right? I do that myself, right? This was a long trade from here. Okay, that's fine. But okay, if we're seeing a rise like this, okay, and then you're like, okay, I'm entering into a long here. I don't care what you are looking at, what type of technical analysis you're looking at, okay? You are FOMO longing into those trades, okay? And that's exactly what I like to look for and look to capitalize on when these FOMO longs come in. That's exactly what I looked for here. Okay, that's exactly what I looked for here. Right, that's exactly what I looked for here. Okay, that's exactly what I looked for here. Okay, and all of these were just amazing, amazing trades. Right, of course, it doesn't play out in my favor every single time. I saw it here. Okay, and it didn't play out this time around. Okay, unfortunately, it didn't play out that time around, but that's fine. We're looking at probabilities here. We're not looking at certainties. Right, it's probabilities, not certainties. But yeah, going back to this one here, I saw what I wanted to see there. I saw longs opening up, and then I saw longs actually starting to cover here. Right? I saw longs starting to cover, and we did see a bit of a pullback, but then price just shot up, and we wanted to take out $69,500, which is fine. We move on to the next one, of course. But yeah, that's pretty much my plan, right? Of course, if you haven't already, please do smash that thumbs up button. Really helps me out, helps the channel out, and I can continue to bring this content to you. If you do want access to this Visionary Discord as well, by the way, that's the first link in the description. It will take you over to where is it? Yeah, this page here. You can gain access to that, all of the good stuff, of course. And if you haven't already, please do subscribe. I did say at 500 subscribers, I would do a $500 giveaway, and at 1,000 subscribers, I would do a $1,000 giveaway. And then we'll see after that, because 2,000 at 2,000, and then 3,000 at 3,000, that might eventually start to break my bank account a little bit. But yeah, I'm happy to do 500 at 500 subscribers, and then 1,000 at 1,000 subscribers, and then maybe we do the next one at like 5,000 subscribers. We'll see. $5,000 giveaway, is that a bit much? I don't know. I'll see. I'll have to take some nice trades. We'll see. But we're still a long way from that. We're still a long way. But yeah, if you've got any questions, please do, of course, put them in the chat, and I will be more than happy to take a look at anything that you want to look at, or answer any questions that you may have. Let's see what's been put in the Bitcoin TA. Even on the 5-minute scale, you can see minor lows and highs. It's a Damien. Damien, good to see you, my friend. I don't like the shorts coming in at these levels. We could just get a spike up on BTC. Yeah, so I don't know how long you've been here for Damien, but that's kind of what I was saying at the start. So front run 70k. Yeah, so that's kind of what I was looking for at the talking about. Sorry, at the start, where it's a little bit. I'm a little bit on the fence on where price can go right now, because we've had lots of long trades open up. But at the same time, we're actually starting to see short trades open up here. And, this could actually, I'm probably speaking too soon, okay, to realize this, but it's nice to be aware of this. This could actually be a bit of a shift where we actually start to see shorts opening up rather than longs opening up. And, the reason I say this is because for 6 months, 6, 7, 8 months, however long it's been, we've seen longs open up, right? Longs open up. Okay, what? Longs open up, longs open up, longs open up. Longs open up, longs open up, longs open up, longs open up. Okay, and each and every time, wrecked. Okay, more than half of them got wrecked there. About half of them got wrecked there. These ones haven't been wrecked yet. So we've actually seen all of the long trades that have opened up in the past 6 months. Okay, well, I wouldn't say all, but let's say 90% of all of the long trades that have opened up all here, okay, have got wrecked. Okay, at some point. So maybe, just maybe, right? I'm just throwing it out there, right? Maybe we start to see a shift of where maybe retail traders start to favor the short trades a little bit more. I don't know. We'll see how it plays out. But because, all of these retail traders have got wrecked, expecting all-time highs. Okay, I don't think you can deny that. If you've watched me for the past 6 months and you've watched me talk through this order flow, you'll not disagree with me there, because we've visually seen the longs open up, majority longs opening up. Yeah, okay, shorts have opened up, but just a very minuscule amount in comparison to the amount of long trades, right? No, the long trades that have opened up, the amount is all the way up here, whereas the shorts is all the way down here. It's just a huge gap between the longs and the shorts. So it's okay, we're actually seeing shorts open up here. So maybe, we've seen a bit of a shift. Again, I don't know. We'll see how it plays out. Of course, you can't predict these things. You have to just sort of see those things play out. But yeah, I don't like the fact, what Damien's actually referring to here, of course, is 6.3 million, 29 million, 18 million. That's a fair few shorts to actually open up in 3 candles. And yeah, okay, it's not a huge amount, but you just have to think about it. We haven't really seen a huge amount of shorts opening up like this, really. Okay, we just haven't really seen shorts open up like this, where it's okay, people are shorting. So it's this, in my opinion, looking for lower prices isn't what you want to see, because any little bit of a move up could cause, of course, that domino effect to squeeze out those shorts and just push price a little bit higher. So that's, of course, why I'm just a little bit on the fence with where price can go here. So yeah, it's interesting. Every time more longs open, yeah, exactly. And yeah, 100%, they get wrecked 9 out of 10 times, but they have started to shift, which means price just spikes up. Yeah, literally. Usually you don't get loads of shorts at the highs. At the highs, you become a target. Exactly. Damien's put it there perfectly, 9 out of 10, they've been wrecked, right? So if you're looking at this, what's price been doing? Okay, price has been going down. It's been bearish, okay? And we've seen the retail traders just long, and they just get wrecked. Okay, that's it. Okay, not maybe more than 90% of the longs in this area have just been wiped out. Okay, but yeah, now if we're starting to see a shift, okay, of them shorting rather than longing, then it's okay, yeah, you kind of you're kind of just doing what you were doing back here in the opposite, right? Where we're now forming bullish structure, but instead of looking for long trades, you're now actually looking for short trades. And then it's gonna be working in the reverse direction, right? So we're gonna see. This is just like an example. It's not like certain we're going to see this, right? But it's just a possibility where we see shorts, 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 shorts. Okay, then we see the shorts getting wrecked. Shorts, short, 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 shorts. Again, then we see the shorts getting wrecked, right? So you start to see these short squeezes rather than what we saw back here, which of course was long squeezes, right? That's what we could possibly shift into, right? But again, it's like it's just I'm just throwing it out there, right? It's not certain it's going to happen because we are actually still seeing long squeezes, right? Longs, 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 longs. Like 80% of them got wrecked. Longs, 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 longs. Like 45% of them got wrecked here. Longs, 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 longs. Okay, we've seen a very small amount of them. Yeah, not even 10% of them get wrecked. So yes, price is still holding up, but yeah, we could see a continuation down and wreck those. Okay, or we could see both happening where we see lots of shorts opening up. Okay, and of course those long trades get wrecked, and then we see, of course, maybe a bit of a short squeeze up, and then we start to see lots of shorts opening up here, and then you kind of get that shift. It's a possibility, but yeah, I can't really say that's going to happen because I don't know. But it's a possibility. It'll be quite funny. It would be really, really funny, to see that, to be honest with you. All of the bulls longing, getting absolutely wrecked on this. Okay, and then all of the bulls turning into bears and getting wrecked on the move up. That'd be quite entertaining to see. It'd be quite horrible for a lot of people, but it would be quite entertaining to see. They are doing the reverse. People want to short. Even I'm surprised. The open interest ticked up at 30 million shorts, just opening. Even though I have a short position. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. It was a little bit surprising for me as well to see that, to be honest with you. Shorts at the high like that. And I mean, that can only, right? If we start to see this a little bit more, maybe this could just be a little bit of a one-off. We'll see. Okay, but if you start to see this, it's actually going to start to shift me a lot more bullish. Again, I like to stay neutral in these markets. I like to stay level-headed. I'm never overly bullish. I'm never overly bearish. But yeah, okay, I will sway one way, right? I can sway one way. Just a fraction, right? I don't get, again, overly bullish, overly bearish. But yeah, lots of shorts opening up. That sways me a little bit more to the bullish case scenario, just because I understand what these shorts are going to be. They're going to be, retail traders. Hence, yeah, amazing, right? And moving that stop to entry. And this is exactly what a lot of retail traders don't do. They don't move their stop loss to entry. Okay. If you're in a winning position, right? And I even see this with like some, a lot of my algorithm on like social media is to do with trading because, of course, it's my job. I find it interesting, right? So I do watch some people, whether I'm watching them to, just make myself or just entertain myself because they're just chatting nonsense, right? Waffling about nonsense, okay? Or I'm actually watching someone because I honestly think that they're sharing valuable information, okay? I do just find it entertaining to watch, right? And, I see a lot of people out there who share a trade, okay? Exactly like Damien's done here, right? Okay, it's in actually, some really nice profit, okay? Actually, I've seen it worse where it's been in more of a profit, okay? And they've said, oh, well, we didn't come down to my target. Okay, price came back up and it stopped me out. Okay, in that scenario, if you're in a nice profit, okay, and of course I was looking at it in their risk to reward, in a risk to reward aspect, right? So, where am I going? let's just throw up an example, right? Like this. So they had a trade like this, right? They had a trade like this, and mainly, okay, it was, they were shorting on the way down, okay? And this is kind of what happens, right? They got into their trade here, okay? Price went down a little bit more, okay? And then it shot back up, okay? Maybe actually, from one of them that I saw, it was a bit of more of an extreme example. So they got in here, okay? Price went a little bit lower, okay? And then it came up and stopped them out, okay? And they said they got stopped out of the trade. But in this scenario, right, okay, in this scenario with a tight stop loss like this, okay, looking at, the profit, right, you've got, that in itself, right? So the risk to reward on this trade is 1 to 5.3, okay, 1 to 5.4, whatever, right? And, then prices come all the way down to a 1 to 4, let's say, right? And they haven't taken profit on that. Okay, they just haven't taken profit on that, and that just baffles me, right? Again, I like to take TP1s, TP2s, okay, then move the stop loss to entry. That's the best thing you can do, right? If you have a flat, if you have a set target, okay, I think it's just a little bit unrealistic to have a set target, okay, because things can happen like that a lot, where you don't actually come down to your intended target. So like Damien's just said there, stop at entry is one of the best things that you can do in trading, because again, like I say, I like to mitigate as much risk as possible. Moving your stop loss to entry is mitigating risk as much risk as possible. I don't view these markets as trying to extract as much profits from the market as possible. Okay, I view these markets as, okay, how can I mitigate my risk as much as possible? Because if you can mitigate your risk as much as physically possible, okay, then you're going to have not much risk in the market. Having not much risk in the market is eventually, okay, and you're done right, okay, is going to be profitable. Order flow just cheating on steroids. Otherwise, I'd get a 10% loss. Just looking blind on a chart. Exactly. To be honest, I kind of want price to tick up higher. Zero risk at entry, especially in this mini bull structure we have. Exactly. Yeah. Just mitigating that risk, right? Mitigating that risk is very, very important. But a tick higher, again, yeah, that's what I would like to see as well. Taking out that psychological 70k, I think that would be the better short trade. Not to say there wasn't a short trade from here, because there was, right? But the better short trade, I think, is from a little bit higher, in my opinion. And I still don't think that we've seen enough long trades open up. Looking in terms of this bull flag, right, that everybody's looking at, okay, yeah, I haven't seen the longs that I've wanted to see up here. It's kind of coming, probably. It's probably going to come, right? We just haven't seen it yet. I would expect, and I think I might have mentioned this already a while back. Okay, I think I mentioned it once, but it's like, will we actually see huge amounts of long trades opening up here? Because, we've seen all of the longs get wrecked, all of here. Okay, the amount of longs that got wrecked here, have they actually got the balls to, to long this again? We'll see, right? But yeah, we haven't seen the longs that I want to see up here. And I think, okay, maybe getting to 70k, maybe that's when we see the longs coming in. But yeah, a tick higher, I don't disagree with that, because again, order flow is saying, right, short trades are open up. So if we do see price rising a bit, it's a bit of a long squeeze, right? Short squeeze, sorry. If people short 70k, we will like, if people short 70k and we get like 50 million shorts, we might just smash to all-time high if a retail want to short now. Exactly. exactly. I mentioned that before as well. Actually, no, I didn't. Thank you for bringing that up. I don't think I did. I mentioned if longs come up into this and we don't see any sort of rejection up here, then we can be looking still towards time high. But yeah, I agree. Right, if we start to see shorts open up here, okay, maybe we see a bit of a pullback. But in my opinion, lots of shorts opening up here is a recipe for disaster. I'm not shorting up here. Okay, I would actually, like Damien said, be looking for all-time high. We would look for another short squeeze up to all-time high. So yeah, maybe that's a bit of a shift that we see in the market. Who knows? We will see. Okay, we will see, right? But yeah, that's valid point. So thank you for bringing that up. Yeah, if we see the shorts up there, it's kind of intending to us that we can kind of look for higher. Okay, we can kind of look for higher. But yeah, I think let's have a quick look. So stock market is rising here. I wouldn't be surprised if the stock market goes to all-time high again. Really wouldn't be surprised with that. And again, that can only be good news for Bitcoin. Again, that can only be good news for Bitcoin. Again, like this pullback here, right? Stock market was making new all-time highs. Bitcoin was pulling back, right? Stock market continued to make new all-time highs. Bitcoin eventually followed it, right? So yeah, okay. If we see a rise and we don't see Bitcoin follow it, okay, and we still continue to see a rise in the stock market, eventually I would say Bitcoin is going to follow it, right? It's just a matter of when, because it does. When the stock market dumps, I say this a lot. When the stock market dumps, Bitcoin dumps. When the stock market pumps, okay, Bitcoin doesn't always pump with it, but if it continues to pump, Bitcoin then does catch up and it does start to follow. Is it just me, or did Jay Rogers comment? Did I say something wrong? Just me. I've no idea. To be honest, I haven't looked today in that altcoin chat. I will have a look at it in a sec. But yeah, I think with you, I will leave that there. I've been live for just over 52 minutes, so I will leave that there. Gonna go get myself some dinner. So yeah, have a lovely evening, guys. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you gained some value from this. Always good to see familiar faces. Damien, always good to see you here, my friend. So yeah, take care. Have a lovely evening from myself here in the UK, because it is the evening. But yeah, I will see you. I will see you when I see you. So yeah, take care, guys, and goodbye.
Take me home, 'cause I wanna feel like I belong. They relate to all this pain in my past, so they listen to my song. So let's go back to where it began and where it all started from. Take this chance, one last dance, 'cause I've been waiting way too long. Take my hand, I wanna show you something. Promise I've been dying to see ya. They say the grass ain't always greener, I guess.